Okay, so here's my little evidence file. Last video I was extremely frustrated. I haven't been asleep in 2 days. Every time I doze off for a couple of hours, I wake up, fried. My heart, my head, so, and like I said, somehow, some way, they know exactly when I'm going to sleep. Now, that's only possible if you got cameras and audio in my house, which they absolutely do in every single room. They've been monitoring me with my girlfriends for, 10, 11 years. And I just know that because when they respond in live time to the things that you're doing and saying in live time, it becomes abundantly obvious through the days, through the weeks, through the months, and definitely through the years. Now, let's take a look at some of this, right? Let's go down here. This is the destruction of my flag that just hangs by itself. It was in perfect condition, but every time they came to my house, the psychopath wants me to know he was there. This is how it all started. He was stalking me. I would come home, my windows were open. Because this was ripped and torn off of my flag. And we got this last year. Perfect condition. We only had it maybe a month before we took it down. And somehow, my flag did that overnight. It went from that to that. And that multiple times. I mean, this it's wrapped around there. Wrapped around. Let me play the video. I mean, this stuff does not happen by itself. And then the next day after I peeled that stuff off, you see the bottom it's peeled? I come the next day, there's some slits in there. Okay, so the terrorists were back, and they made sure I knew it. There was some black stuff dangling. There's already about, 3/4 of an inch missing from that flag because I've had to rip it off. So there's probably about an inch missing off the bottom of that flag. That I just took a picture of, and they put some razor blade cuts in my flag as part of their terror tactic to say, ha ha ha, we were here. And then you go tell somebody and you sound stupid. Ha 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 ha. I mean, talk about, domestic terrorism. I mean, you think it's just a flag, but it's not the point. It's the fact that, these terrorists come once, as far as I know, once or twice a week to do some damage to my property and whatever else they're doing coming in. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I mean, it's just terror. You come, you destroy this, you destroy that. You plant thorns right beside my hose. You put snakes in my yard. I hire a professional lawn company, and then you throw weeds all up in my yard, and it's right along my property line, not my neighbor's property line. Oh, I get my yard beautiful, and then stuff like this happens. Big old black spots. I mean, I pay top dollar for lawn company to come. I get my yard perfect, and then I'll come outside, and that's why I took a picture of this. Like, dude, where does this come from? Come on, man. No dogs. Any dogs to be peeing over there by the street. It's just over and over, terror after terror. Then I came out one day. That's another thing with the flag. I mean, it's constant. It's constant irritation and terror. I mean, no one should have to live like that. But this guy feels as if no one's going to stop him. That was another day. It's a completely other day. The time it was tied in the back, that's tied right there. Here, let me play it. The tie on, none of these strings are... And more of this. Again, came by the house, wrapped this, tied it around this pole right here. Come out in the morning. Nothing to tie on. None of these strings are there. Nothing, yeah. None of that. None of these strings are coming out of the flag. Nothing to tie on. Manually. That was done manually. Look at this. Overnight. Every single time. See how wraps it around this pole like this, which is not even physically possible. That was just done. I literally just saw that and undid it just now. And more of this. All right, look, I'm going to drop this video. And more of this. Leave this video alone. But look, I mean, this doesn't happen by itself. This flag was in mint condition, perfect condition. It doesn't shred itself. It doesn't cut razor blades in itself. And that doesn't happen overnight. The flag was perfect until they started shredding it. Then I cut off the excess. And then again, they'll tie it somewhere else. So like that doesn't happen by itself.